Hello everyone, my name is Zhenya and this is my little daughter Mashenka. She is 1 year and 2 months old. We also have bullous epidermolysis called butterfly syndrome. Most of us caught butterflies as kids and touching their wings leaves pollen on your hands. Similarly with any mechanical movement, like when we touch sit the wrong way or pick something up the wrong way, the skin can also in principle come off and stay on our hands. Bullous epidermolysis is a genetic disease. Its peculiarity is that any mechanical impact on a person's skin, I say a person because it can affect children and adults. Blisters appear on the body, very similar to burns, which need to be treated in a specific way. And I don't even call it a disease, I prefer to call it a condition. A disease can usually be cured, but a condition can't. Bullous epidermolysis or butterfly syndrome is incurable at the moment. Our oldest child is completely healthy. When Mashenka was born, we didn't have any symptoms or any sign of illness. Our happiness lasted for a whole week. After a week, I noticed a big blister on her heel. My first thought was that maybe it was a little callus, maybe I put her sock on wrong, but we treated it as best we could. But that same day, blisters appeared on her hand, and they were growing. They just said it was some kind of infection. At first, they treated an infection called pemphigus. When the pemphigus didn't heal for a whole month, they finally sent us to an infectious disease hospital. I'm very grateful to our gynecodermatologist who on a Friday evening around 8 o'clock came herself to the infectious disease department, examined us and made this diagnosis. We had a blister here, and right here on the chest I put a patch so it wouldn't spread further. Our hands are bandaged. There, we did the bandaging today. We had a blister on the palm on one hand and on the other hand too. Like this. And here our foot is bandaged too. We have a blister on the heel. We bandaged it on the heel. Well, you can see the feet yourself, right? Here too. The toenails are coming off here, yes. Right here. I don't know if they'll grow back or not. This looks more like burns. A burn is actually similar to a blister, but this looks more like a burn. When you get burned, you get a blister. Bubble forms. This is more, basically for the most part, it's treated the same way as a burn for us regular people. When we get out of bed, we do several things without even thinking about it. We brush our teeth, put on our socks. We eat, have breakfast, drink tea. For people with butterfly syndrome, this can be very traumatic. Even brushing your teeth, it's very scary because of what's inside, what you can't see. For now, let's say we don't know about it. Forewarned is forearmed. It's a connective tissue disease. Esophageal strictures often occur. What is an esophageal stricture? When we swallow food, it passes through the esophagus. In children, this can cause a blister. We moved the skin, an ulcer formed, a wound, a scar, and gradually the esophagus becomes narrower. Yes, we have teeth. They are still in place for now, but they are already starting to turn black little by little. Let's put it this way. Nails, hair, teeth, they're also made of collagen. Teeth come out. If there's not enough collagen there, they also get destroyed. And we're susceptible. That's just how it is. Bandages, we can put them on our arm or leg like a stocking. And from this material, they make gloves, socks, and tights. Tights, here they are, it says, to be fast. Made in United Kingdom, English, made from this material. They stretch like this. Actually, these clothes are for burn patients. These aren't socks, they're knee-highs. We haven't even worn them yet. They're brand new. Here's how we do the treatment. The blister, it's pierced along, the blister is pierced on both sides along its length. Then with a cotton pad, we blot it to all the fluid comes out. First, apply ointment, then the mesh, and if the wound is open, I use an absorbent dressing. This is the mesh. Needles. We take needles in packs of 100 at a time.
Is that for puncturing?
To puncture, yes. When she was little, she handled the bandages very bravely, and I wondered if she could even feel it because she didn't cry. Now it's becoming more painful. Talking to adults who have epidermolysis bullosa, they say that some wounds don't hurt, but some wounds hurt a lot. One bandage change goes smoothly for us, and another bandage change is full of screaming. For me, as a mom, I was never afraid to touch her, never. It was a problem for her dad. He was a bit afraid, and for her dad, it was harder for him to get used to it, to come to terms with it. It took much more time. I didn't have time to think or wonder like, oh God, what should I do? Everything suddenly sped up, and I had to keep working non-stop. If at first there were moments when you'd sit down and feel sorry for yourself, but now it's just become a habit and you just work, that's all. And you don't even notice it anymore. It's impossible to imagine that things could be any different. There are moments when you start to withdraw into yourself, thinking that, but there is another way. Why is it like this for me? What did I do to deserve this? And at that moment, you just need to pull yourself out of that state because you could stay in it otherwise. Literally just 3 minutes. You stop, think about it for a moment, and then suddenly it's like you snap out of it and move on. That's it. You're already getting sleepy. The reaction of those around is a whole other story. In your head, inside yourself, you have to adjust to the fact that the opinion of others is just the opinion of others. And if you can't change the situation, you need to change your attitude towards it. People, of course, stare a lot, first at the child, and then they look you right in the eyes very intently because everyone thinks that you're hitting her. There was a moment like that. I was going somewhere with Masha. Masha had something on her eyelid. She rubs her eyes, and sometimes it happens that she scratches herself. I was doing something, drinking coffee or something, just lost in my thoughts. An old man is walking toward me. You can tell he's very kind-hearted. And he starts saying something, oh, that's such a wound. Well, I just walk past him. Well, what else am I supposed to do? Stop and start explaining this condition? Neighbors who are curious because you can see the red cheeks immediately think diathesis. No one really knows about this condition. We get advice very often, very often. The neighbor grandma says bathe in succession. And you see, I understand that they want to help and it's sincere, but if all of this was really so, if succession could cure everything, we would be the most generous parents in the world. We try to live by the principle of an ordinary family with a small adjustment for a special circumstance. You inadvertently start thinking about it, just like she did 10 years later. But I think more about the fact that whatever she wants to do, I have to create the conditions for her so that she can do what she wants without hesitation. To make her life so that it would be without pain. And that's our main task as parents, to make sure that she isn't limited in anything. My husband said a very good phrase. In a happy family, a child can't be unhappy. So you need to keep a positive attitude and then she will react to it in a completely different way. Being the mother of a child with butterfly syndrome is stressful. Stressful in the literal sense of the word because you are always tense. You always have to take responsibility, you are always supporting, you are always standing by, and you are always watching and keeping an eye on things.